must be a simple solution to all of that. I'm just yet to find out. I just want to invent this magic formula, and yeah, I'm on this mission. Oh, I didn't go the right way. Shit. Hi friend, welcome to the first episode of my new series. I'm really excited to kick this off with you because for the first time in my life I'm taking a completely different approach to goal setting, and I wanted to share that journey with you. This year I am focusing on something that is completely going to change the way I look at everything I do, which is falling in love with the process. Yes, I know that sounds cliche, but let me explain. So for as long as I can remember, I've set these big goals for myself only to achieve the goal and not feel satisfied, at least not more than for 5 seconds. And don't get me wrong, achieving those goals feels incredible. But honestly, just for a moment. Like when I finally launched my website that I've been working on for so many months, building it from scratch. I didn't know nothing about building websites, so I learned as I go. And after months and months of sleepless nights, I finally launched the website. Or when I made my first piece of jewelry, I had no clue how to work silver. I didn't know anything about silversmithing, and yet I made my first piece and it was like wow, and then it was gone. That was it. All this work went into it only to feel kind of empty right after. Like there's a part of me that doesn't know what to do next. And then I'm also burning out because I'm trying to keep the momentum going. And that's what I basically want to change. I realized that it's not about the end goal that's supposed to be fulfilling, but the journey, how we get there. So this year I am focusing on falling in love with the process, because I am so sick and tired of procrastination, of overwhelm, of stress, of anxiety, of don't feel like it. I want to live a more fulfilling life. I want to be more present and actually remember my days, Sometimes we are so focused on the end goal that we're just, locked in, and we don't acknowledge nothing around us. The time just flies. There's nothing to remember. I'm dedicating my whole year to do that, to find out what works and what doesn't. But first, I'm making a vision board today. So this year I have some pretty big goals I want to achieve, and some of them are quite scary and overwhelming because they involve my finances and how I feel about them. It's a bit overwhelming, but I know that if I want to grow, I have to face the fear and take control of my money so I can feel more in charge of my life. I feel like money is such a taboo topic, at least in my family. So I've noticed over the years that my mood was significantly affected by having money or not having money. Speaking of that, A huge part of this year is about building multiple income streams. Digital products such as ebooks or workbooks, PDFs, and actual new physical product. I also want to test out selling my products on platforms like eBay to see if I can reach new audience and grow my business in different ways. I'm also part of the Black Box global community since 2018 that is selling stock footage, and while I have been earning here and there, I want to put more focus and effort there as well. Also, one of my biggest goals is to learn Blender and use it to design my first piece or collection of jewelry in 3D design. I've always wanted to dive into 3D modeling, and this year feels like the perfect time to make that happen. It's not just about learning the software, but expanding my creative process and pushing my boundaries. Next, I've got a massive goal of creating a mindfulness journal. This is a huge project, and I know it'll take a lot of time and learning, especially because it means I need to get comfortable with the whole new software. But I'm really excited about this one. I did so much research already, so much so that it would be a shame not to follow through. So long term, I hope to design and print a physical mindfulness journal. And on top of everything, I want to focus more on myself and be more mindful every day. Hence the journal that I want to create. I also want to go deeper into my meditation practice, and I've just started adding dancing and breathwork to my routine. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. On days when you just don't feel like doing anything, breathwork will shift your lazy ass like nothing will. Also, working out regularly, and not because I have to, but because I want to. It's all part of learning to love the process. I know it looks a bit messy, it should be, because it's for your eyes to wander around, you know. So now that you've seen the big picture, instead of tackling it all at once, I'm gonna break things down into small, really small steps. Remember, the goal is not to rush to the end goal, but to really fall in love with the process. So it's not really time constricted, but I do have a general idea where and when I want the things to happen on the timeline. Oh, before I go, there is one more thing I need to do to stay on track with this huge project. Okay, so I just finished creating this PDF right now, something that helps me track my goals, but also gives me a chance to check in with myself and how I'm feeling. It's really important for me that this template is something I can use every day without feeling overwhelmed by it. So I'm keeping the design clean and minimal so it doesn't take up too much mental space. Okay, I just wanted to show you one more little thing before I go. So I just finished this digital vision board in this app, Post-it app. And I like to see sort of a bird's eye view of my goals and approximate timeline. It's more so that I don't get lost in the small tasks. I can always look at it and see the bigger picture. You know, switch things around, add something or delete if I need to. I know these goals might seem ambitious, and they are. But what excites me most is that I'm not rushing towards the end point anymore. It's about falling in love with each step. So thanks for tuning into the first episode. If you've got goals of your own for this year, I'd love to hear them. Drop them in the comments or let me know how you're planning to break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe because I will dive deeper into breaking down these big goals into actionable steps. See you soon.